Good morning. Welcome. If you're joining this later in the day after live, otherwise, I'll give it just a few moments here for people to come out. I wasn't sure if this event showed up in my Facebook feed. It was only about 40 minutes, half hour ago, but it's also on YouTube, youtube.com/Tim Burns 82. Is that his birth year or his graduation year? No, I'm going to definitely want your participation today. I can bring your comments up right on the video feed, especially when live. I sent out several invitations this morning to a lot of the women who are in my friend group. Not all of them, because click, 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 click. But there's that poll coming up. You saw the man or the bear. Maybe you've heard about this. I'll explain a little bit, but to give a few more people to get on so we can get a good discussion going with your comments live. Just want to quick mention a few showers are possible again until 2. I noticed when I took the dogs out, the sidewalk was pretty wet. And then there's a slight chance for showers again after 5. High of 53 today. Haven't talked to you since May arrived. Barbecue month. Can't say that I have done that yet. It might be time. It's bike month, blood pressure month. Apparently, according to the original poll on this bear or man in the woods, it's getting the blood pressure going on some people. Date your mate month, foster care month, hamburger month, Lupus Awareness Month, Older Americans Month, hey, and Salsa Month. Celebrate all of those. Again, definitely participate live. But if you're not catching this live, and I'd say probably 80 to 90% of people have typically seen my stuff later in the day, and that's great too. You can still comment, but I can share them and talk about them if you're with me live here. Maybe do a quick share. Hey, here's the link to Tim's live thing, Facebook or YouTube. So my wife asked if I had seen this challenge, I guess. I think it started on TikTok, and then Reels and Facebook started interviewing women and asking, if you were alone in the woods, which would you rather encounter? A bear or a man? Assuming stranger man. If you were alone in the woods, hiking, which would you rather encounter? A man or a bear? And when my wife asked me that, I right away was like, oh, yeah, okay, I see where this is going. She has worked in advocacy for abused women, so she's helped me become aware of these things. So the discussion is revealing an underlying fear of violence, particularly gender-based violence against women. Remarkably, a majority of women are saying, I would take my chances on the bear. I'd rather encounter the bear than a strange man. And the comments, though, Kimbo, just call me Kimbo. Women don't want to be attacked by men or bears. But if I was attacked by a bear, people would believe me. If she survived an attack by a man, people would want to know what outfit she was wearing that could have potentially prompted the attack. How was she acting in front of the bear? And if she would submit to invasive traumatic testing to prove that the bear attack happened. These are real comments and real concerns. So we got a few on here now. Give me a comment. Think about that. Would you rather run into a man or a bear? And maybe a little explanation if you'd want to. Just in the comments below. Here's some others that are happening on these posts. None of the bear's friends would say, He isn't that kind of bear, or accuse me of lying. Here's one. The worst a bear can do is kill you. Can you hear Eddie? That must mean that my wife is getting back home after her walk. Here's another one. The 750,000 black bears in North America kill less than one person per year on average. And that's just persons, male or female. Men aged 18 to 24 are 167 times more likely to kill someone. Now, I didn't check that stat. I don't think it's probably far off. It's from a commenter. Here's one. When a bear attacks a human, they're usually hunted down and euthanized to prevent them from doing the same thing again. Rhonda, thank you for being the brave one the first. Give me a moment here. The dog. Sorry. Eddie, quiet. Yeah, it's live. It's live. I'm sorry. Rhonda, definitely the bear. There's the same chance you would live through the encounter. Death by a bear may be quicker and less painful. Humans can be so evil. I watch true crime, and it's disturbing. Thank you, Rhonda. Who else? Write in the comments. I can bring you up live here. So these commenters may be right. I'm seeing now the 750,000 black bears that inhabit North America kill less than one person per year on average. The ones who do attack usually do so as a means of self-defense if they believe the human is encroaching on their territory, or if they're protecting their young. Yeah, I think I've heard that. They're not typically just going to go after you unless they feel threatened. Even if they do not kill, here's another comment. Some of them commit unspeakable acts of horror against women if they have the opportunity to get them alone. If this is feeling uncomfortable, there seems to be a good reason for it. What's maybe even more disturbing is how men are reacting to this challenge or poll. This is me speaking. When my wife said, yeah, men are upset by this poll. They're all butthurt because not all men are bad. Not all men would harm you. Would you really rather be alone with a carnivorous bear? Yeah, it's appearing that our women would, our wives, sisters, daughters, mothers. Scary Mommy Blog said, and yet there's an entire section of the male population that just can't wrap their heads around why women would find strange men so scary or unnerving. It's the refusal or inability to accept they're the biggest threat to women that continues to perpetuate violence against women, along with the idea that we somehow deserve it. Any more comments? I can bring it up, have a little discussion right below. I see it. Just walking on the sidewalk. There's a look of caution and suspicion. I see it. I recognize it. We were up at St. Cloud at the Sierra store. And I saw a gal. She had a toddler and a baby. And then a cart full of groceries. She's trying to wrangle them all. And I was just waiting for my wife. I said, could I help you get that out to the car? And there was a moment where she looked me over. I could tell. It's like, oh, you know what? I know what she's thinking right now. Is this guy going to take advantage of my situation here and take all of my stuff? Or worse. Anyway, she said, oh, thank you. Yeah, that'd be great. And I helped just carry a couple of bags. And then as I left them at their car and she was still strapping in the littlest ones, I overheard her say to her toddler, "Wasn't that man so nice to help us?" Yeah, guys, women think their odds would be better if they ran into the bear instead of the man. It illustrates how much men don't have the same experiences or understanding about how much a woman in society goes through life every day scanning her environment to perceive potential risks and threats based on her personal backgrounds and negative experiences. And again, it's interesting how men are reacting. I'm embarrassed at how men are just not getting this. And something else, if you still want to comment, I welcome that right below. I understand if you don't feel comfortable doing that as well. When the question was posed to men about their daughter, you with me now? I go up to a guy, say, you send your daughter out, you find, she's hiking in the woods alone. Would you rather your daughter run into a man or a bear? And the men's answer resoundingly was bear. Now, maybe actually think about that a little bit. If any comments come in later, people who are catching this not live, I'll continue to follow them today, tomorrow. Think about it. And thanks for joining me as always. Weekend approaching. I will see you soon. Bye.